In today's dollars and cents, what will traveling this July 4th holiday cost you?
Meghna Maharishi is the airline reporter at travel news site Skift and is joining us this morning. How are you this morning? All right, how many people exactly are expected to travel this weekend?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you for having me on. This weekend, we're expecting, I think, close to 73 million people to be traveling over the course of the July 4th holiday season. And then when it comes to air travel, you'll see maybe close to 6 million people traveling over that period. And I think really, though, there is a lot more growth actually in the cruise sector and also a lot more people taking buses this holiday season.
That is a lot of folks. People are not sitting still. So when you break it down, Meg, what is the cost of driving? What is the cost of driving and flying this holiday, I should say?
Yeah, so when it comes to airfares, since the Iran war started and fuel prices went up, airfares have been up on average, I think across, domestic and international around 20%. And then gas is up around 27% this time around. So definitely the cost of traveling is a bit more expensive this year compared to last year, but that does not so far seem to be stopping any of the demand for travel this summer.
Okay.
All right, well, what about the airport? I know I looked at airport prices and I kind of like clenched my pearls just a little bit.
Yeah, like those are also, still up and still around the same. I think really more the big thing right now is airfares and like those being up essentially since the cost of jet fuel went up. Airlines, for the most part, consequently have passed down those higher fuel prices onto consumers, which is why you're seeing maybe more expensive airfares than you were last year or even like a couple years back. And I will say, even though even now as like fuel prices have moderated a little bit, you can probably still expect those airfares to be more expensive than whatever they were last year. I think airlines are also trying to hold on to some of that pricing power that they've gained in the past few months.
Okay. You always have some suggestions as well on best times, worst times to maybe hit the roads. Any suggestions this time?
Yeah, so I think like the best time to probably hit the road, at least this week, will probably be on July 4th in the afternoon, which maybe is not the best time for any of you, the holiday celebrations or vacations you might be going on since it's on the day of the holiday, but you will encounter the least amount of traffic. I think the worst days are going to be the Thursday and Friday before, so July 2nd and July 3rd. That's when you're going to be seeing maybe the most traffic. But if you are planning to leave on one of those days, definitely would recommend leaving as early as you can or like later in the day, like past the rush hour times.
All right, so what are some other tips outside of leaving around those times that will be helpful to kind of ease your holiday travel stress?
Yeah, I think like the best thing is just being able to like plan ahead and like maybe also having some sort of contingency plan if you know things like, if something does go wrong, because that can happen. It is also worth noting that this weekend is a pretty big tourism weekend all around, given that you have World Cup matches and then you also have those America 250 celebrations all over the country too. So, if you have any plans, I think also just being prepared for those disruptions is good. If you're traveling by air, having your airline's app downloaded onto your phone so you can get direct updates from the airline in case anything happens to your flight, I think is also really good to have.
All right. Well, Meghna Maharishi, thank you so much. Where can folks go for more information?
Yeah, so for more information, I think AAA has a lot of tips on like what to to do and expect for this holiday weekend. I think that's a very good resource to definitely check out. I would highly recommend that. I think also if you want more information, checking out your airline's app if you have any flight booked as well. I think that's also going to be helpful. And yeah, I think like that's what I would say. I think pretty much just being prepared for any possible disruptions and having like, some sort of alternative plan to get to your destination this weekend is going to go really far.
All right.
Okay. Meghna Maharishi, thank you so much.